Are you tired of paying rent every month and have nothing to show for it? Homeownership provides several benefits, such as the satisfaction of being a homeowner. You can enjoy tax deductions, say goodbye to your landlord, and most importantly, start building equity. Buying your first home can be both exciting and a bit nerve-wracking. Remember that owning a home can be very time-consuming. The weeds never stop growing. There seems like something always needs to be fixed, repaired, or painted, so make sure you have the time and the money to put into your home. When buying a home, you need to be pre-approved before you start looking at homes, so you know how much money you can borrow from the bank. It saves you from looking at homes outside of your price range, and when you find your perfect home, you have the pre-approval letter from your lender to back up your offer and show the seller you're ready to buy. Don't start looking for your new home before you are fully approved. Nothing hurts as much as finding the house you love and losing it because someone else beats you to it because you were not completely ready. Contact a loan officer and have him take your application. Work with someone you trust. Ask for referrals. This is one of the biggest investments you will ever make. A good rule of thumb is your mortgage payment should not exceed 1/3 of your net monthly income. Here are the items that lenders typically ask for to get pre-qualified. Last 2 years of W-2s, last 2 months of paycheck stubs, last 2 months of bank statements. Based on your individual situation, additional documentation or verifications may be required. It is very important to pay your bills on time and to keep your credit history clean. Your credit score will determine your interest rates, your choice of loan programs, and if you qualify for 100% financing. There are some things you should absolutely not do during the home buying process, like do not quit or change your job. Don't buy any large ticket items, like $5 or more. Don't make David Copperfield deposits. All funds need to be traceable. Don't speak with the sellers directly. Loose lips sink ships. Don't get advice from a buying committee that has not purchased in the last year. The rules change almost daily. Don't post your real estate thoughts on social media sites until you are done with the purchase. Don't wait to see everything else that is on the market. Don't go home to sleep on it. In a hot market, if you sleep on it, you might not get to sleep in it. Do not co-sign, not even for a candy bar. Do not apply for any new credit cards or loans. Don't let people pull your credit. Don't schedule a vacation before we close. And don't arrange a moving van and crew for the day of closing, as delays might come up. You probably have an idea of what part of town you want to live in based on several criteria like where you work, where your friends and relatives live, based on your choice of preferred schools, and how much you can afford. The most important factor in real estate is location, location, location. When looking at homes, discuss it with your real estate agent what you like and what you dislike about them. That is how she finds out more about you, your needs, and can find a home that is just right for you. Don't wait to find the absolute perfect house. If you find a house that has 80% of what you are looking for, 10% of things you can change, and 10% of things you can live with, it's a keeper. It is possible to find what you are looking for the very first day you go out looking. Remember, your first home is probably not going to be your last one. You will probably move about 2 or 3 times before you settle into the actual house of your dreams. When you do find your perfect house, it is time to make an offer on it with your realtor. Your offer is normally presented with an earnest money. This is a deposit by personal check to secure your offer to buy the property. It's typically anywhere from $500 to 1 to 5% of the purchase price. If your offer is accepted, the earnest money is deposited into an escrow account and will be applied to your down payment or closing cost. If your offer is not accepted, the earnest money will be returned to you. It is common to receive a counteroffer. Don't let this discourage you. Discuss the counteroffer with your realtor and decide whether or not to accept it, counter back with different price or terms, or reject it and move on. Try not to have any type of emotional attachment to the house at this time. Set limits on how much you are going to offer for the place and be sure to stick to it. Keep in mind that when you are getting a loan, you live with the monthly payment, not the purchase price.
don't get caught up in a few $1,000s difference during the price negotiations. It is important to remember that the purchase price comes into play at two different occasions, when you buy the house and when you are selling it. A $1,000 price difference only makes about $5 to $6 difference to your monthly mortgage payment. Be prepared that the dates on your contract might change, perhaps multiple times. The dates are a good guesstimate and subject to many variables. When you are buying a home, it is highly recommended to have it inspected by a professional once your offer is accepted. If there is anything wrong with the home, you can address the issues and ask the seller to have them fixed, repaired. Once you agreed with the sellers on the items to be fixed and the home inspection contingency is removed, your lender will send out an appraiser to make sure the value is there and the bank can lend the amount of loan needed to purchase the home. The actual closing date is 30 to 45 days from offer acceptance. When your lender receives the appraisal, he will submit your complete file to underwriting for final loan approval. Be prepared that additional documentation might be requested from the underwriter. Once your loan is approved, your lender will send all loan documents to the title company. Your escrow officer will already have a copy of your purchase and sales agreement from your realtor and research the property for any liens in order to ensure a clear title of the property for you. With the loan documents, they will work up the final closing documents for you to sign. Your realtor will make an appointment for the signing. Make sure you take a picture ID with you and funds for your closing costs and down payment. Some lenders require 2 forms of ID. Be prepared that you might only find out exactly how much money to bring to closing on the day of your closing, and many times only hours or minutes before the actual signing. But you should know the approximate amount prior to that. The signing is not the actual closing. The closing is when the sellers receive the money for the home and the warranty deed is recorded under your name at the courthouse. Once the transaction is funded and recorded, the title company will contact your realtor and she will give the keys to your new home to you. It is typically within 24 hours of everyone signing the closing papers. I recommend having your home rekeyed. You never know who had access to those keys before.
Congratulations! It's time to move into your new home and make it your own. Good luck!
Hi, my name is Judit Crace. I'm the broker of Top Idaho Real Estate. So now that you know the basic of the home buying process, give me a call or email me and let's get started with the purchase of your new home. See you soon.